Happy Sunday, rookies, and welcome to a new edition of the Bourbon Rookie. My name's Kevin. I'm going to be doing tonight. I didn't know what I wanted to do tonight. I was thinking about doing a cigar review, a double dip, but I've been holding on to this for a little while. Decided to do a quick one on this Noble Oak. It's 90 proof. It's 90 proof bourbon, finished with sherry oak casks, staves, whatever you want to say here, from Noble Oak, made in Ohio. I don't have anything, in terms of the mash bill. Can't find anything to that other than to say that this is an MGP product. Don't know what the MGP is. Mixed reviews on it from what I'm seeing online. If you go on their Noble Oak website, apparently there's 3 different types of this bourbon. There is, and this is the only one that I've seen in stores, so I don't know if by you or wherever you are, you have the other versions of this, which there is on their website a Double Oak Rye and a Trinity Reserve. All of which look like they're MGPs. The rye, it looks interesting because it looks like it's finished. The rye is finished in a port wine oak stave. So anyway, I got this because it seems like the new thing in whiskey now is to finish it in a sherry cask, or in the case of what I just read for the rye, a port, or now with, like you're seeing the rosé with the Penelope. So this seems to be like a new trend, especially now with the MGP bourbons, where you're taking aged bourbons and you're mixing them, right? So without any further ado, because I can't really give you any more info on this, I'm gonna pop this cork. Ooh, you always love that sound. And right out of the gate. So, not having any experience with this, but stay tuned because I have a couple of things planned for this in the future. Well, that's not good. That's not supposed to end up all over the place. I thought I was going to be cool and do like everybody else and swirl the whiskey around the glass, but I just made a mess. Not cool. So right out of the bat, we're getting that presence of. I have 2 notes right out of the bat. It's the sherry cask, and the oak hitting you, and there's almost a bitterness to it, to the nose, at the end. Doesn't smell very sweet. Weird, almost. I'm almost getting like a toasted almond outside of those notes. Not getting much more. And remember, I just opened this, so maybe if I were to let this sit, it always looks cool to open a new bottle, especially when you don't have a cool setup, right? So that you can display your whiskey on the table and all that. I gotta keep doing this. But at any rate, this might get sweeter to the nose as the air gets in and opens up. We'll see. Cheers. Oof. This has a lot. Like it's where I hit you. Right as soon as this hits the tongue, with the front of the palate, it really hits you, which I like. I don't have to really swirl this around. It's very syrupy. So that's why when I said, and I paused, I don't have to swirl this around because it's really, really syrupy. And it's nice because the sherry isn't, the sherry influence, there's a sweet note that you can tell is obviously from the sherry that doesn't take over this glass. It's This is about my third sip. It's smoothing out a little bit. That toasted almond presence is still there. The toasted almond note that I got on the nose is also what I'm getting on the palate. A little bit of a chocolate. That's starting to surface, but very light. It's not bad. I mean, I'm seeing average reviews for this, and depending upon where you look, for the most part. But I'm seeing average reviews. But this ain't bad. The MSR, I think I paid 35, 36 for this. It's anywhere from 35 to $40, depending upon where you're at. Let's see the back of this thing. So it says here most of the bourbon's character comes from the wood, and with Noble Oak, we elegantly marry two of the world's most coveted cask types. First, time-honored methods are used to rest Noble Oak in charred, new American white oak barrels, and then they obviously finish it with the sherry. So, notes of dried fruit, cherry, vanilla, and spice pervade. Distilled in Indiana, bottled in Ohio. All right, so that all the info's on the bottle. All I had to do was read it. I didn't have to go through all that rigmarole. But yeah, I mean, all those tasty notes are there. Definitely dry fruit, cherry, vanilla, spice. I like it. I mean, I've been scoring pretty well over my past couple reviews. I've been scoring pretty well with some bourbons that have really surprised me for the price point that I really like. I can't say I hate this. I mean, I'm seeing this on, like I said, an average review in the 70s, 75, 77 score rating. Nothing in the 90s, but for me, I like the fact that the minute I sipped it, it was very syrupy, very thick, coats the mouth. I didn't have to swirl this thing around to get any of this around the palate. It just hit me right in the palate, and it was a nice warm feeling as it goes down through the throat into the esophagus, and obviously I like that. There's nothing on the sinuses, believe it or not. This is not opening up my sinuses. But between the Henry McKenna that I had the other day with my double dip with the Allegiance cigar, which I didn't do my homework. The Allegiance cigar is a new release. So if you're into cigars, I do double dip a lot. Because obviously I don't want to do a million reviews of Henry McKenna that are out. I like to do pairings. So I like to give a little bit of the cigar. I like to try to pair a cigar with a bourbon in particular. It's because to me it's very difficult, and I found one with the Henry McKenna. The Henry McKenna is very good. I scored pretty well at that. I've been seeing it online forever. The Noble Oak, I've had this for a while, and it's very good. I had the Woodinville Port that I did a review on. Woodinville whiskey that's finished in port casks. That's a totally different experience than this. Port is a totally stronger. It's like a dessert wine, I guess, almost like a Moscato, but that port influence in that particular whiskey, that bourbon, just hits you right in the forefront. It's like a dessert. It's like a dessert. It's like an aperitif whiskey. So I have a review on that. I love it, but it's not something that like I want to have as a daily sipper. It's something I want to have like maybe with a dessert, like a raspberry tart or something. But yeah, I mean, so for me, this is really good. It's a surprise. I've added in there. I've got a couple of different things I want to do with this. I'm going to compare this in future videos with other sherry bourbons, other finished sherry bourbons, or even just whatever I got. But let me know if you've had this before. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will definitely keep this in the rotation. This is actually pleasant. I like this a lot. 75. I mean, for my rating as a rookie, I could go higher than that. I can give this an 85. But I'm new to the bourbon game. Again, I don't think this is for a beginner. I don't think this is for like somebody who just wants to come into whiskey. I don't think so, because there's a little bit of an oak presence there that I think might turn people off. But obviously, the more the air hits this, it's gotten a little bit more buttery. The oakiness is kind of taking a backseat to the buttery texture. The nose is all over the place. Doesn't really match. It's a bitter nose at this point now. It's more of an ethanol-y nose. But it depends. See, this side of the, when I take it from this side, I'm getting the cherry. So it's good. It's very good. It's solid. 80, 85. Not that I'm a ratings whore. I don't know anything about all that shit, but it's good. It's very good. And I would suggest that if you see it on your shelf, don't pass it up. Give it a shot, because it's like all these sherry. I think this is the first sherry finish I've had, and I like it. So I'm gonna see how it does in future videos to other sherry finish products. But hey guys, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Let me know what you think of this particular type of bourbon. And check me out on Patreon. I've got merchandise. I've got shirts, wearables that I've designed. Obviously, everybody does a Glencairn logo. I got my own little bourbon rookie thing going on in the back. Patreon members get a discount on that, because I don't. First of all, I'm just up and coming. It's $1. Just to be a Patreon member, and I give extra footage, and you get a nice little sticker, and then I think the next step up is $5. So I don't have like 7 different tiers and all that stuff, but if you're a part of the I Feel Sorry For You Suck membership, you get a certain discount off the shirt. And obviously the discount gets a little bit better with the higher tier. So take a look, give me a shot. I have a cigar review in mind coming up for this week, and a couple other ideas. So this video is going on long enough, guys. Have a good night, and again, I will see you very soon.